Hello and welcome to the daily newscast within the United Countries special by First Ukraine. You can find us at the frequencies available at our website firstya.com. Yulia Reshitko is working for you in the studio. Thank you for joining us. According to a Facebook page of the Information Resistance Coordinator Dmytro Tymchuk, Ukrainian soldiers moved forward to a road junction called Debaltseve Cross. Separatists took interim positions. Dmytro Tymchuk reports the party of terrorists withdrew from Logovinovo town to settlement Nizhne Lozove and to Novogrigorivka. However, terrorists keep shelling the road Debaltseve-Artemivsk on several areas. Coordinator added that separatists from Alchevsk and Krasny Luch are gathering new army, heavy arms and combatants. As the General Staff Press Center reports, battles on Debaltseve place of arms lasted for the whole day.
The fire was conducted on our positions, which are located near 40 settlements and in the area of Kurgana Mohyla Gostra. As a result of firing, Ukraine has lost 19 soldiers, including 17 members of armed forces and 2 representatives of Ministry of Internal Affairs. 78 soldiers were delivered to the hospitals with injuries.
In Luhansk direction, shellings from artillery and Grad installments were directed for settlements Gyrske, Novotoshkivske, Verkhove and Stanica Luhanska. ADO staff reports that Russian side shelled settlement Verkhnya Verkhova several times. Terrorists also shelled Popasne, Zolote and Luhanske.
During the last 24 hours, the Ukrainian troops have destroyed 87 rebels and 42 combat vehicles, 12 tanks, 14 multiple rocket launchers and 16 armored combat vehicles.
Number of victims after yesterday's shelling of Kramatorsk city increased. According to the latest information, 17 people died, 65 people were injured, children among them. Several citizens are in serious condition. As Donetsk region administration reports, victims' families will receive 100,000 hryvnias for each from the state budget. Injured people will get 20,000 per person. Yesterday, President of Ukraine Petro Poroshenko left for Kramatorsk. He surveyed the places of shellings, saw the remnants of Smerch missiles with which terrorists attacked the city. These missiles have been forbidden for the Geneva Convention.
This is the element of cluster munitions twister. It has a radius of 90 kilometers to the application. Terrorists attack civilians using cluster munitions. I think it is the evidence, and I will use it tomorrow in Minsk and the next day at the Council of the European Union. The information contained on this charge proves that this charge used by Russia and was produced by Russia.
Local administration of Kramatorsk has strengthened the security measures because of unexploded shells. According to the State Emergency Service, bombs will be defused by the pyrotechnic teams from Slavyansk.
After shooting a lot of malfunctional shells stayed in the city, the pyrotechnic brigade had come to Kramatorsk from Slavyansk. With 9 specialists and with 2 units of special equipment, they examined 41 places of shells falling and their fragments.
OSCE observers have proved that Kramatorsk was shelled with Smerch missiles or reactive fire systems Tornado. Observers specified in the report that the city was attacked from southeast direction. Mission representatives have visited Kramatorsk and conducted mapping analysis. The ADO staff reports that combatants shelled the city with cluster bombs.
The target of shooting was local airport. From the site of Gorlivka, terrorists fired their positions, which is under the control of illegal bandit groups.
All the participants of the Norman Quartet confirmed that they are leaving for the Minsk. The meeting has already started nearly at 6 p.m. Kyiv time. Kremlin Press Center have publicized the information about the participation of Vladimir Putin in the meeting. Earlier, President of France and German Chancellor have finally confirmed their participation. Petro Poroshenko announced about his readiness to negotiate more earlier during his visit to shelled Kramatorsk. Andriy Horodysky will go into details in his story.
Shooting of Kramatorsk should not disturb negotiations in Minsk, it was said by President's representative for regulation of the conflict, Irina Gerashchenko. She reported that Petro Poroshenko leaves to Minsk today. Obviously, terroristic act in Kramatorsk which happened, it is not the coincidence that it happened on the eve of Minsk. It is that cynical trying to disrupt these negotiations, but Ukraine does everything to encourage whole the world to help you Kyiv in saving of our territorial integrity and independence and to realize Minsk peace plan to bring peace back to Ukraine. Minister of Foreign Affairs of Germany applied to confrontation sides. He encouraged to keep the restraint in its diplomats' work. It will be not the first act of political sabotage, task-oriented hits, which is going to destroy all hopes for peace. But I hope that none of participants of this conflict will go so far to put into the question mark Minsk summit with the help of explosion and violence. On the eve of Minsk summit, President of USA Barack Obama phoned to Kremlin and warned Vladimir Putin from further aggressive actions. If Russia continues the aggressive action in Ukraine, including setting troops, weapons, equipment and financing to support terrorists, the cost will be increased. On Tuesday, representatives of Russia, OSCE and Ukraine and separatists met in Minsk. Non-official reports about the results of contact group negotiations were done. According to information of close to official people, in Minsk were discussed topics of ceasefire, control and execution of Minsk agreements and also about state structure of the Donbass. Representatives of separatists said journalists after the ending of meeting that they prepared their propositions. Past the protocol of suggestions, contact group are still continuing. After 17th of February, we are waiting for four-side summit with participation of leaders of Russia, Ukraine, Germany and France. Minsk summit continues in this moment. All the sides are waiting for future four-side summit. Victoria Zabian, First Ukraine.
Australia will take part in Eurovision for the first time. Contest organizers have violated the rules a little bit for Australia participation. A contestant will get directly into the final round. However, in case Australia wins the contest, next Eurovision will take place in some European city. Earlier, Australian stars have already performed at European stage. 19 years ago, Gina G from Brisbane was among the contestants. Frankly speaking, she performed for the Great Britain. This year, Eurovision will celebrate its 60th birthday. The contest will take place in Vienna in May. 40 states will participate in it. Ukraine will not present its contestant because of difficult situation in a state. It was the United Country newscast by First Ukraine. You can find more details at our website, firstusa.com. Yulia Reshitko was working for you in the studio. We wish you only good news. Take care and goodbye.